The Supreme Court recently ruled that payment of entry fee and variable annual license fee made by telcos will be considered capital expenditure and not revenue expenditure and taxed accordingly. This judgment has caused a stir in the telecom sector, with experts arguing telcos may face additional tax obligations worth $1 billion in the current fiscal due to the change in accounting standards. The Apex Court held that the annual payment that telcos make towards license fee continues to be capital in nature, regardless of the fact that telcos have been making these payments in installments. Telecom companies have long argued that the fee paid under the new telecom policy of 1999 be treated as revenue rather than capital expenditure. Likewise, the Delhi High Court in 2013 had ruled in their favor, but the order was challenged in the Supreme Court by the tax department. Currently, telecom operators claim tax deductions on a year-to-date basis, but now they will be required to spread the cost of the license fee over the entire license holding period, which means their reported earnings may go up initially, experts opine. However, higher earnings would mean higher tax outgo. This is likely to impact those companies that are already suffering huge losses, suggest reports.
This is clearly a negative on the industry, especially when the revenue share, which is a operating cost has been considered by the company the reduction in the year in which it's paid, as against it being allowed over a 20-year period or a 10-year period, depending upon the license it has. And the implication is not only for the telcos, it is across, right? It's telcos, ISPs, anybody who's holding a telecom license. So it could be an implication there as well, including some of the PSUs. So one will need to see how it pans out. It obviously goes a bit negative on the telecom sector, and going back number of years, recomputing and then determining the liability, it again opens and creates some level of uncertainty which looms back onto the sector.
Accordingly, financial performance of telecom operators other than Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio may take a hit. Brokerage firm Kotak Institutional Equities estimated Airtel and Jio together may face tax liabilities to the tune of 14,000 crore rupees without penalties. The brokerage firm also pointed out that the income tax department could even raise demand for a shortfall in taxes for the period prior to the judgment, which could potentially have a significant impact on telcos' finances. However, the Supreme Court has not given a clarification on the applicability of this provision on a retrospective basis. This comes in the wake of existential threat that players like Vodafone Idea, BSNL and MTNL have already been posed with as a result of eroding market share and subscriber base.
I think it's fair to say that the Jio is regarded as a far more deep-pocketed company than either Airtel or Vodafone. And even between Airtel and Vodafone, as we know, the situation of Vodafone is a bit precarious. So clearly, in as far as being price competitive usually means having to cut prices, and cutting prices, obviously the flexibility to do so depends on your revenues or anything. And clearly, if one way or the other your outgo is increasing, this also reduces your latitude when it comes to being price competitive. So again, this would not be welcome as far as the competitors of Jio are concerned.
According to a latest report by Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, Vodafone Idea lost around 13 lakh customers in July and BSNL lost around 14 lakh. This stood in sharp contrast to Reliance Jio that added the most wireless subscribers during the month at 39 lakh, while Airtel added 15 lakh subscribers in July. Experts agree the accounting change as a result of the Supreme Court's ruling will certainly affect the short-term financial performance of telecom companies. However, the change is expected to level out in the long run through higher depreciation and amortization charges as the cost of the license is spread over the years.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views, and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and LinkedIn.
He's about to land his dream job. Business Standard.